Ignoring the capacity of our minds can seriously hinder performance and be harmful to our well-being. Performing 2 or more tasks simultaneously is counterintuitive. So how many times do you, perhaps you're doing something on the computer, writing an email or something, and a colleague comes to have a conversation with you, or the telephone rings and you pick up, you answer the phone. And momentarily you may well stop typing whatever you're doing. But because the conversation goes on and you start to think, yeah, I know where this is kind of going, people tend to then drift back and they'll start perhaps looking at the computer or reading something on the screen, typing. That is counterintuitive. We cannot, the brain is incapable of doing 2 cognitive tasks at the same time, and it impairs our cognitive ability, making it harder to think. More mistakes are made. Jobs, tasks take longer to do, so we're not actually saving ourselves any time. The other major problem with that is that repeated multitasking actually makes it harder to focus your attention when you need to concentrate on an important task. So we're actually training our brain to be less focused, when in actual fact, everything is saying to us we need to be more focused, we need to do more what is known as deep work. And especially as we see more generative AI coming into the workplace. So we need to see that we need to start training our brains for more focus attention. When too many demands are made on our conscious mind, the unconscious mind will take over the processing of information. And because the unconscious mind processes information at a much greater speed and focuses upon the quick wins and threat avoidance, it may come to a different outcome than would have been reached by your conscious mind. Now, we've all had that kind of feeling when we've said something, we've done something, and then afterwards gone, oh, I wish I hadn't said or done whatever. And that's a typical example of when your unconscious processing has taken over from your conscious processing. The other problem is that constant triggering of your fight or flight in response to the perceived threats of living and working in this, 24/7, completely switched on 365 global economy that can lead to that chronic stress and is leading to chronic stress and burnout, which has got then serious implications for our long-term health and well-being. The human body was not designed to be in a constant state of threat, which is what the case is for many people at the moment. So what do we need to do? We need to stop multitasking, carry out one task at a time. I think it was David Mayer from University of Michigan. He actually did some research into multitasking, and he concluded that it actually, by multitasking, it compromised our accuracy and speed by up to 50%. It's also thought that multitasking can lower our IQ by up to 10 points. Now that's the same as being a drug addict, being on drugs. Now, it obviously, when we stop multitasking, our IQ bounces back. Take regular breaks. Although some people compare our brains to a computer, unlike a computer, the brain is not linear. It can't perform at its best for prolonged periods of time. Regular disengagement of your mind and movement of your body will provide you with mental space, which is required to perform consistently well. Take lunch breaks away from your working space. A lunch break is not a luxury. It should be a necessity. Schedule your lunch breaks in your diary. You'll find that if you actually take that 20-30 minutes break away from it all, you'll actually achieve far more in the afternoon. Manage your thoughts. Your thoughts control your emotions, your well-being, your performance. So take responsibility for your thoughts, what you think about, and give your attention to those positive thoughts, because what you actually give your attention to is what you will get. So when you wake up in the morning and it's dark and cold and perhaps raining and you haven't had a great night's sleep and you think, oh, I'm really tired, I wish I didn't have to get up. Actually, we're setting our day off on a negative way. That thought you're planting and actually growing that thought in your brain. So get those positive thoughts, capture those positive thoughts, write them down on post-it notes and place them around your personal workspace or around the home, just to keep reminding you to focus on the positive thoughts, the things that you want to focus on.